Hello, fellow compatriots, and welcome to yet another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the MP-12 Haki, which is a Matoran-based build, and it is a hybrid between the toy design as well as the movie design. Yes, that's right, I integrated both the design styles from the movie as well as from the sets as well. So this is based off of the Tohunga style, Tohunga build, as you can see here. Now, since it is based off of the movie design, as you can see, there are some highlights of sand blue replicating the muscles, and you also got some gray as well to replicate the mechanical skeleton as well. And finally, you also have some red on the exterior to replicate armor, shelling, and excessive detail for the figure, to give it some more pop, to give it some more flair, and give it some more detail. So I opted for the gray because, you know, it's kind of similar to Printerest in design. So basically, Haki here, he was basically created by the great beings before the shattering, before the Cold War, and he was the 12th iteration of the Matoran, which were designed. And his model specifically was the first model to ever have heat resistance, so that when he was torn would live in hot environments such as Tumblr, working on the forge, making masks and stuff like that, he would have some heat resistance. However, since he was the 12th iteration in his design, he was also the first that had enhanced mobility, so he was able to walk quicker, wasn't so rigid, and when he walked and moved, you know, everything was smooth thanks to the programming in the pistons that was also included in his build, and so that it wasn't so reliant on just the muscles that help him move around. And so after his creation, he went ahead and started developing the Batera for the great beings, having designing them and building them as the Great Spirit Robot was being developed. Now, as the years went on, he soon was transferred over to the Great Spirit Robot, where he resided and continued working on making masks and Tumblr and so forth. But then, one day when Matoran crashes onto this watery planet, you know, and the island of Matoran is formed on the Great Spirit Robot's face, this character goes up onto shore and, you know, starts working over in Takuro as a guard to go ahead and protect that region. He was one of the generals that worked along with Joller in protecting each region. And yeah, that is basically Haki for you. Now, let's get straight into articulation. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. And as you can see, yes, he can store the disc on the back, and you were not supposed to fall off. Yeah, you see, it doesn't fall off. You see, I served you all greatness. Don't you see? Get it? Because I'm using a paper plate. That's what my budget is. I'm so funny. Anyways, articulation, shall we, lads? Let's. Alright, fingers, toes, not fingers, toes, that can go up this far in a 90-degree bend, and they can curl down very far as well, and they are independent, so you can get some foot tapperia, dabber, I don't know what I am even saying. Alright, forward and back movement, it got not that much movement, a decent amount of movement, I would say, you know, good enough to get decent poses. Now for tilt in the ankle, you only got like 3 or so degrees in either direction. There's hardly any movement, and no swivel here. I'm sorry, I killed the swivelness. You can't do swivels with this figure. And also, as an added accessory, there is some leg poppage. Hooray! Alright, so his knees, they can bend 90 degrees just fine. The legs, as you saw, they can go upwards this far, so he gets all Haki can do, all the high kicks, and he has plenty of backward movement as well, as you can see here. So he is a very flexible red boy, and look at those legs, boy. Look at them, boy. Look at them. Isn't it magnificent? And also, since the sand blue, like I mentioned, replicates muscles. When he bends back, the sand blue extends, and when it bends forward, it compresses. So the abdomen region stays solid and full the whole time. So he can lean back roughly about this far. I would say roughly about 45 degrees in either direction. Yes, that's right. And he has nice tilt. As you can see, he can tilt just fine. Very slight though. You won't be able to get that much tilt, but it's like 30 degrees of tilt. I think that's enough, in my opinion. And also, as you saw from the rotation, it got a spine replication as well. And of course, in the arms, you got a full 360. Goes out this far. Can't go all the way up, but he can go up in this mannerism. And also, the elbows, they do bend. And leg poppage, that's an added accessory in the second video in a row that I did, or third, depending what you call a video. 360, as you can see, and full curl in the elbow, as you saw. I don't know why I repeated myself. And yes, he has articulated fingers. And also, in case if there's non-believers out there, which there sure is, because it sure is curling my leg, literally and figuratively, but you can, and I never did it with Haki before, so Haki, not hockey. Come on. He can do it. Oh, I know he can. But as you saw from that slide, he can do a handstand. Yes, that's right. And, of course... Oh, no. Come on. Don't do this to me. I'm trying to make a quick video here. And, of course, you got a full 360 at the head. He can look back 90 degrees, so you got some neck breakage. He can look forward this far. So he can look down this far, not look forward. This is looking forward, this is looking down. I don't know what I was saying there, but yeah, he only has like one click down. So just keep that in mind. Yes, neck is ratcheted. And yeah, that's about it for the posability of this figure. Now, of course, there is a function with this figure, and it has been perfected. Yes, that's right. The latest version of the MP series that I have been making regarding Matoran, at least, this is the fourth successor that has been able to throw a disc. Yes, that's right. So, without further ado, let me go show it to you right now. And welcome to the battleground. We got a Kimu here in the distance. Hey everybody, good to be back. And I'm guessing I'm here for a weekly beating. Oh joy! Yes, that's right. You're gonna be getting all the whooparoos. That doesn't even make sense. Well, just watch. Anyways, it's simple. Just straighten out the thumb and the fingers. And remember, the thumb has to be aligned properly. Focus, camera. Focus. Focus on this hand. Focus! Focus! Anyways, the axle is supposed to be perfectly straight. I'm not going to waste time on that. Okay, there we go. So just simply slide the finger in. Slide it in. You can bend up the thumb just a little bit so that you can add some pressure. And he holds the disc just fine. And only thing you have to do, really, is just pull back. Sometimes it's best to grab onto the base of the arm. And you just simply pull back. And you release, and he throws very far. Let's go ahead and do that again. So just load it up. Pull back. Oh great, this is not going to go well. And that didn't fire too well. fires again. So the accuracy with this thing is pretty good. Oh, that was actually painful. That was legitimately painful. Well, deal with it. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and leave the battleground so that we can do size comparisons. Alright, so he is roughly 7 inches tall, or roughly about, I would say, 18.3 centimeters. Roughly about that size, and durable. Not breaking. Well, now he's breaking. He's a very durable figure. The only thing he did is lost his mask and his disc and his arm. That is all. He is a very durable figure, so if you think he's fragile, guess again. He is. I can whip him good. I'll whip him good. And he will stay in peace. For everything begins with unity, right? So that as long as he's in one piece, he can fulfill the first of the 3 virtues, unity, so that he can fulfill his duty in being in this review, and that his destiny is to be compared with a Pohatu. But wait a minute, that's not the scale, some might say. Get that out of here. Well, I'll tell you what's scale and relevance. This big boy over here, my Kopaka, as you can see, in scale with that. That is scale because in the masterpiece line that I'm making, I'm trying to make everything enlarged, more detailed, and that way it can be more appeasing to the eye instead of trying to cram everything in such a small frame. And just to prove my point about, like, things do grow in size, he kind of actually fits in being like a Matoran size compared to Uniter of Fire Tahu. You know, he's short enough to still be a Matoran. You know, sets do grow in size, people. Sets do grow, just like people do. From little children to big old guys or girls, strong, independent individuals, whichever you prefer. And of course, we cannot forget the comparison, the most beloved thing in existence. Good guy. Good guy. Good guy. We got all the good guys here, as you can see. Oh, and they're magnificent. Looking cute, looking adorable. Let's move that out here. Come on. You there with no weapon. Get out of here. Anyways, you think that's all for this video? Well, guess what? He has accessories. Yes, there is an alternation that you can do, so the only thing I have to do is just literally just come on, pop off. Pop off. Man, these Kanoe are actually harder to pop off. So you can change the match to Pakari, and there you go. You have Kapura. Look at that, guys. I made Kapura. Is everybody happy now? Look, it's Kapura, official sets. And people are like, there's not enough red. There's not enough red. People may say, well, let's sprinkle some red axels in here. There we go. There we go. Let's sprinkle some red axels. There we go. I tried. I can't put the red on. I'm sorry. I don't have the pieces. Apparently, red axles don't work. I mean, maybe here. There we go. He has a little antenna. There we go. Okay, good guy. Eat all this up. Okay, no, that's not working. There we go. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't need you. Well, I might need a leg. A leg might be important. But yeah, the alternate build that you can make is turning him into a Kapura if you so wanted to. But he's meant to be Haki. And you're probably wondering, what does that name stand for? In the Mari language, it means happiness. Because this figure honestly gave me like much joy. Surprisingly, due to the fact that due to the fact that this figure is actually pretty cool. Very fun build, I actually like it a lot. And quite honestly, the function is actually pretty good too, for its, the way it's built, the way it's designed. The accuracy of the disc is actually pretty good as well. I actually do enjoy it. Very fun build, I highly recommend, you know. If you guys want to how-to of this figure, just let me know, and I will be happy to do that. Anyways, that's about it for this video, so I hope you all enjoy, and of course, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!